Low income, a few provisions within the stimulus package you may be able to take advantage of. Also, a new report out on low-income individuals and families showing just how much money these people have now in relation to 2019, prior to everything that went on in 2020 and so far in 2021. Also, one stimulus provision within the stimulus package giving massive tax breaks to the wealthy. All of that plus more in this video. Let's get into it right away. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video so I can keep you updated each and every day with everything going on as things are changing very rapidly. And ultimately, I want to make sure that I'm helping you get all of the money and benefits you're possibly eligible to receive as a result of these multi-trillion-dollar stimulus packages that are working their way through Congress. So again, thank you so much for your support. Subscribe down below, and let's get into this right away. All right, once again, it has been a very, very busy day. If you caught my last 3 videos today, I brought you a lot of really interesting information that happened overnight and throughout the course of the entire day. And yet again, we have more information out as we got more information on the stimulus package that passed through the House earlier today, and I have some more information on these reports that I want to talk about regarding low-income people. So let's get into these right away in the order in which I delivered them to you at the beginning of the video. All right, so I want to talk through a few provisions within the stimulus package that low-income individuals, including fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, ourRV, can take advantage of within the stimulus package. I'm going to be honest with you, there's not much, but there are a few things, and I want to talk through it right now. But please remember, this is also the House version of the bill. When it goes through the Senate, there's going to be a completely separate version that comes out of the Senate because it's for surely going to pick up some amendments in the Senate. So just remember, what's in there right now will likely be changing. There'll probably be things added. There may be some things taken away. You never know, but we'll still continue watching that as it works its way through the Senate now. All right, let's quickly talk through some of these provisions. Number 1, remember way back in the day, like 2 months ago, something like that, Bernie Sanders was basically pounding the table on Medicare expansion, saying it must be in there to include hearing, dental, and vision, and to lower the eligibility age for Medicare beneficiaries. Well, that really didn't stick. I'll tell you what is in the package now. What is in the package now is only hearing coverage. And check this out. It starts in 2023. So yeah, it's not like it's going to go into effect immediately. It's going to start in 2023, only covering hearing coverages. So one other thing that the administration said is only 30% of people who actually would need hearing aids actually take advantage of it. So I don't know. That's just what the administration said. But either way, according to this stimulus package, the House version, hearing coverage will be in this package and starting in 2023. So that is one thing in there. And as far as vision and dental, that did not make it into the package. So again, this is the House version. It could be changing once it makes its over to the Senate, and that's where Bernie Sanders is. And you never know, he may be adding some things in there. All right, so that is what's in there as far as Medicare expansion. There's also just under $150 billion, $148.5 billion in there for home health care for seniors and people with disabilities. Now, the whole purpose behind this is to help out those individuals who are seniors or people with disabilities with the home health care that is needed for them for, obviously their health care. So one of the main reasons behind this is to help alleviate the backlog of thousands upon thousands of Medicare beneficiaries who are still waiting to get services and healthcare service. So hopefully this will be something to help out a lot of those lower income individuals. So that is in there as well. Also, I want to talk about some of the other provisions within this package, including some that are pertaining to housing for low income. Now, there's a few different categories here, and they're all within the same category. So here's what it is. Just under $150 billion, $148 billion is allocated for housing in a few different categories. So let me lay this out for you. $25 billion is allocated in there to acquire and refurbish, and not refurbish, but more like remodel, more like. So to acquire and remodel low-income housing units. $25 billion is allocated there. There's $65 billion in there for additional housing units as far as like the building, the construction, things like this of low-income housing units. So there's about, what is that, $90 billion according to my mental math? Yeah, about $90 billion in there for about all of that stuff as well. So, and then there's one other little category here, which is $24 billion to help with housing vouchers. So I've talked about that in previous videos where there's, a lot of people who are waiting for housing vouchers, that usually the backlog is a very long time, like years potentially in some instances. Well, there's $24 billion in there allocated for housing vouchers. So one other thing that's actually within that $65 billion that I just mentioned as well is also boosting rental assistance for low-income individuals. That's also what makes up that $65 billion that I mentioned a minute ago. So all of that is what's in there for low-income individuals as well. So again, it's not a whole lot, right? I mean, obviously, it's some money, but it's not like ongoing stimulus checks. It's not a fourth stimulus check. It's not permanent raises to benefits like we've been waiting for. But that, at least it's something in there right now. But again, please remember, this is the House version of the bill, and things will absolutely be changing when it works its way through the Senate over the coming days and weeks as Bernie Sanders and other people in the crew actually kind of start working on this, right? All right, so that is what we have as of now in the House version of the stimulus package that just passed through the House earlier today. All right, so let's quickly talk through this new report in regards to low-income individuals and the amount of cash that these people have on hand according to the reports, in relation to 2019. So the reports are suggesting that lower income people on average have about $1,000 in cash on hand. Now, they're saying that this is a major boost to cash on hand for low income individuals. Really? I mean, seriously? Basically what the report went on to say was that this is not much money, and it's certainly not much to fall back on in the event of some kind of major catastrophe or some kind of emergency type event, but at least $1,000 is more than most people had previously. In fact, they're saying that 70% of low-income individuals have more cash now on hand than what they actually had in 2019. And then they went on to cite all of these different sources for which the cash came from. Unemployment benefits, stimulus checks, all of these other things, the child tax credit, the CTC, things like this. I don't know. Something about that doesn't seem right to me. Let me know down below. Again, I don't want to know your financial situation. Please don't share that with me. It's not my business. It's not anybody else's business on the internet. It's nobody's business. But I'm basically just saying, do you think that that's actually accurate? Because when I read through that report, I thought there's no way that 70% of my community, 70% of you right here in the community, have more cash on hand than what you had back in 2019. I read through your comments. According to what I'm seeing, it looks like most people right now have nothing as far as cash on hand. Maybe $100, maybe $50, maybe $20, but certainly not $1,000. Not what I'm seeing in my comment section anyway. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Again, what do I know, right? But I do read through your comments. I do stay tuned with many of you right here on the community. I read as many comments as I possibly can each and every day, and I am not seeing anywhere close to $1,000 in hand by low-income individuals. Again, maybe I'm misreading comments. I'm not really sure, but that's not what I'm seeing according to my reports. But this is the report that's coming out, and this is just what they're saying. And again, I'm kind of saying, I don't really know about that one. But again, this is just what the reports are saying. All right, so one more provision within the stimulus package that I want to talk about that is actually going to be a massive tax break for for high income, high net worth individuals. And this is in reference to the SALT deductions. SALT stands for state and local tax deductions. So way back in 2017, there was the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. I think that's what it was called. Back in 2017. And basically what they did with that is they put a cap of $10,000 for SALT deductions for individuals. So basically how this works is an individual could deduct up to $10,000 off of their federal tax return from their state and local taxes. $10,000 was the cap. However, Within this stimulus package, they're actually raising it from $10,000 as a cap up to $80,000 in the House bill. Now, the Senate actually wants to make it unlimited for anybody with an income under $400,000. But basically what this is going to do, it's mostly going to focus on the higher income and higher net worth individuals. So basically, according to these reports, they're saying that 94% of the benefits of the raising of the SALT deduction, 94% of the SALT deduction would actually benefit, God, what was the number again? Sorry, I just drew a blank on this. It was like 90-some% of the higher income individuals. So basically the vast majority, like 94% of the benefits will go to the vast majority of higher income individuals. So kind of interesting. According to this same report, they also said that the middle income and lower income individuals will only benefit by $20. So yeah, $20. I mean, seriously, $20. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anybody would take $20 at any given point. I would be glad to take $20. I mean, every dollar makes sense, right? Every dollar at the end of the day is always helpful. But seriously, $20? I mean, seriously, that's all it's going to be for low income and middle income individuals is $20? Yeah, but anyway. So by raising this, it's mostly going to focus on the higher income individuals. Check this out as well. Check out like all the people in Congress, right? So a lot of these people make, pretty nice salary, a pretty nice six-figure income when they work in Congress, right? They're representatives, they're senators, Speaker of the House, leader of the Senate, things like this. They make a pretty nice six-figure income. Guess what? Are they going to be able to take advantage of the new SALT deduction? Oh yeah, you better believe they're going to. Oh yeah, they're definitely on the list of people who can take advantage of the new SALT deduction. So kind of interesting how that plays out, right? Yeah. So I actually saw an article that said Nancy Pelosi was actually going to directly be impacted and directly benefit from the SALT cap raise. So kind of interesting how that's working out, isn't it? Yeah, kind of interesting. So anyway, I wanted to lay that out for you and let you know what's going on out there. But again, the stimulus package passed through the House earlier this morning. And again, it's moving on to the Senate. So we'll have to watch that very closely, see how this whole thing shakes out, see how the whole thing plays out. But it's on to the Senate, and we're probably only a matter of days and or weeks out from the final passing of this thing through the Senate as well. And then we'll have to see what the president's got up his sleeve, because he's already indicated that there will be another stimulus package coming shortly after this one. Early 2022. So we're not that far out from 2022, right? Yeah, a lot of stuff going on. So anyway, hope this helps you out. Again, I wanted to let you know what is in the package for lower income and fixed income, as well as what the reports are saying and everything else that I'm finding out there right now. Again, there are a bunch more things I have to talk about, but we'll leave it there for now. I'll catch you again later in the next video. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for your support. Make sure that you're subscribed by hitting the button right down below the video, as there's a lot going on right now, and I am, and this channel is, your one-stop shop for everything you need to know as things continue to change. So again, go back and check out some of the other nearly 2,000 videos right here on the channel, and I'll catch you